for this Nerfed League preseason game between Rebel Squad and Team I Need Healing. With me tonight in the booth, we have one of my favorite co-casters, DatFatCatSat, as well as a newcomer, Mr. Godspace. How are you both doing tonight?
Great, how are you?
I'm doing amazing.
I'm doing great. We have another arranged preseason game. We've been seeing a ton of these lately, which is really cool. I'm happy to get exposure to these new teams before we actually start the preseason. So we have, while we're playing the game today, and at this point it should be live, on Twitch we're actually going to be running a poll for what map we're going to play for our third game. Any of the 5 control maps. So anybody that's watching tonight, you can, there should be an icon, I know, on the Twitch mobile app right above the chat, and I'm assuming there'd be something similar on PC, where if you open up the poll, you'll be able to cast one vote for any of the 5 control maps for these teams to play in game number 3. So, let's talk a little bit of breakdown. We're supposed to start in a couple minutes from now, so let's see here. Kat, why don't you give me the rundown on your thoughts about Rebel Squad, what you think they're going to do, and if you think they're going to win.
Well, much like their icons are getting aligned right now with snowflakes, and their hints at the comps they like to run, I really think we're going to see some goats by them because one of their captains, Coltrane, is quite the fan of it, and this team is very good at it. So I think we're going to see some goats by them.
Oh lord, we're starting already. Okay. And then Godspace, what do you think about Team I Need Healing? Any idea on what we're going to be able to expect from them?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been really keeping up with the Nerf League.
Sure, that's
but
fair.
I mean, I can expect to see some goats as well. I mean, goats is how you win matches. I think that's pretty obvious.
Okay. Okay. So, either of you want to cast some votes on who's gonna win?
I think I Need Healing's gonna win.
Ooh, early
You know
call out for
what?
I Need Healing.
Shot in the dark, I'm going to go with I Need Healing too.
Oh, okay. So
Ooh.
I will be the dissenter and vote for Rebel Squad then. I will side with Rebel Squad. I am much more familiar with them, and I feel like they probably have made a lot of improvements since we last saw them for Nerfed League. So I'll say Rebel Squad. But okay, so it looks like neither team is running pure goats. I'm seeing 2-2-2 and then 2-2-2. So neither team wants to start goats. Either of you guys see anything that you'd want to call out in particular from either team?
Well, by Rebel Squad, we're not seeing goats. So, well, totally. So that's a surprise. But I'm liking what I'm seeing, and I did observe that they had 3 support names. They swapped one of them out. So, this is interesting to see.
Okay. And then Godspace, any thoughts on I Need Healing's lineup?
Let's see here. They have a Pharah on defense. I'm a little bit concerned about that one.
Oh, they're starting on attack. Red team is I Need Healing.
Oh, red team? Oh, okay.
Yep. And I see the Pharmacy going into the air for them.
For what you, as we were talking about Rebel Squad, if that Widow's any good, then I think I Need Healing's gonna be in a lot of trouble.
I would completely agree with both birds in the air. Alright, so we're getting some immediate pressure onto the point, just little tippy taps though. Oh, and one down. Rocky Top's already down. And we trade off Simply's Widow, so there goes the hit scan. Charges left and right, nobody's getting pinned though.
That Mercy's really sticking on that Pharah.
Oops, Sleepy Diva gets woken up immediately. So it's kind of just this Ryan with the backup on the point, and it looks like I Need Healing is going to get forced back, but a D-Mech comes in and immediate kill on Coltrane's
Look at
Diva.
that.
So with that pressure, it looks like I Need Healing is going to keep fighting. Charge, kills the other Reinhardt. Other picks are now coming in. Volunteer with a good charge and cleanup.
Uh-oh.
Moira's trying. I don't think that's going to be enough, fam. Good try, good try.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but I Need Healing came out with 2 DPS heroes in anticipation of what would be a GOATS comp,
Sure.
what would be good against them, and they still managed to get the point even without
Wow.
So fairly clean take on their first push there. It was a long one, but I Need Healing is establishing dominance early here.
Even with the hit scan, they still managed to capture it.
So we see Simply switching off of the Widow and onto a Soldier. Oh, here comes Rocky Top's tire. I'll finish my thought in a minute.
Let's
Gets
go.
2!
Whoa.
Good double right off the bat there. Oh, and I hear Just Ice coming down.
Oh, that's another ult.
Gets 1, but then immediately goes down. And yeah, that's a lot of ult economy going down for just a few extra feet.
Yeah, I don't think that was very necessary, but I mean, if it works, it works.
Pretty much, yeah. But the other DPS, okay, and immediate switch off the Soldier onto McCree now from Simply. Simply rotating through picks very quickly.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
that's
Train hunts down
unfortunate.
Rocky. But still a lot of progress from I Need Healing here. Rocky gets res. Hammer comes down,
Big
gets 2.
shatter.
Nice.
There's support ult from Lucio.
Yep, that's going to save it. But then it's countered with the Ana ult. Here comes
Uh-oh.
the Reaper ult in the background. Gets no one, just kind of eats into shields and dies for it.
Yeah, Death Blossom.
Oh, that feels
Hey.
bad. So it's Ultapalooza here, but I Need Healing is taking a definite advantage, and I think they're getting the second point.
Double Boy there on the Pharah. He is actually, I believe, a Diamond rated player, so
Ooh, okay.
He's doing pretty great.
Yeah,
to be
both.
expected.
I Need Healing is definitely chugging together very well. Right now, their ultimate's a little scattered here and there, but it is working. And speaking of Dabble Boy, gets a pick onto Dark Guardian's Reinhardt. Here comes a Diva Bomb coming
here comes
up.
the bomb.
It's going to get 2.
Bomb 2.
Okay. And then Simply Awesome back on the McCree, or as on the McCree, picks off Rocky Top. So lots of pressure coming in from Rebel Squad, finally putting a stop to I Need Healing's push. Shield goes down, and death to the Soldier. Action, action, action. He was caught in a trap there, but is getting healed and eats all the Junkrat damage. Whew, okay. Go ahead.
I think pretty soon they're gonna have to switch off the Pharah because, I mean, this part of the map has a ceiling.
Flash, but not enough.
And they got the 2-hit scan against the
Yeah.
Pharah purposely.
And their Diva's getting really good at you know, pulling that Pharah.
Alright, here comes Rocky
Oh.
Top's ult. Doesn't get anybody this time. Probably saw the Diva coming up and was trying to stop him, but this is more progress for I Need Healing. Here comes Bird.
There's
Both birds
Bosch.
ulting. Stunned and not quite killed, though. There it is. Hammer gets 2 or 3 there into High Noon. Gets 1, gets
so
Rocky
close,
Top. But it just kind of feels like Rebel Squad is bleeding out slowly here. So Cole's going to be able to touch, but it's Cole and the Soldier right now, Echo Beast Soldier. Which is right now enough. It looked the Reinhardt's kind of going for blood rather than... Oh, good charge.
Pin.
Good charge. But again, they're going more for blood. Only the Reinhardt is back actually contesting the point, and that's kind of enough for them to be able to stall out. Rebel Squad's going to hold here. Okay. So a little... Ooh, Bastion. Good lord.
It's a good hold for a good hold hero for this last point.
Soldier ult coming down. There's a Reinhardt behind him, but ooh, okay. So ults are getting a couple picks singularly here and there. There goes another pick there. Okay, Rebel Squad finally establishing some control again here.
Some good holding.
So, Kat, you were mentioning about the Bastion being a great last point holder, and in this instance, I would
Yes.
completely agree with you. Being able to just set up back here and not a lot of ways to flank him, it's a pretty good way to be a Bastion right now. But as far as ult economy goes, that's what's kind of scaring me about this, is that I Need Healing has a ton compared to almost 1 for Rebel Squad. Charge, pushes the Ryan, doesn't get the charge. He gets ripped apart.
Oh,
We're trading some
man.
kills back and forth, though. Bastion also gets killed by Dabo Boy's rockets. And speaking of, there's some Just Ice. It gets eaten, though. The Ana boost went into the Pharah, who was halfway through the ult.
Oh,
Great
huge
hammer in the
shatter.
background there. Dark Guardian's going to pin the Mercy. Good. That's going to be a good way to stall this. So a little bit of disconnect coming in now, I think, from Team I Need Healing. And here comes the tire
Better
going in.
Spread up.
Gets the Bastion.
There you go.
But Rocky's going to die for it. Ooh, the
right.
charge accidentally pins the Moira underneath the Reinhardt. Hate when that happens.
This should be easy now.
Well, Cole's sleeping on it, and they're just now addressing the fact that he's asleep on the payload. Oh, Echo got on it to die immediately. Here comes a Bastion ultimate out the gate. He's got heal support on him, so this could work to stall some more.
Good sleep, man.
It was. That was great. More ultimates coming down. Charge doesn't disrupt the res, though.
Successful res. Nice.
Oh, Justice goes down, dies immediately. No Justice today. Rhines are back-to-back right now with the shields. There we go. Okay. Volunteer charges out Dark Guardian, simply picks off Rocky. Here comes yet another D.Va Bomb. Great D.Va Bomb picks off the Zarya, and then Reinhardt follows as well. 30 seconds left. It looks like Rebel's holding right now.
I would just like to say I'm a huge fan of Coltrane's D.Va. As a D.Va man, I approve.
And right now, Echo Beast is going to have an ult here. Oh, go ahead.
He's been doing a great job holding that left upper door in case Rocky is trying to use
He's picked him off a couple of
conduit
times. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Rocky, just kind of came lower. Rocky's behind them, looking for this Bastion now. Here comes the Soldier ult. It's kind of the one ult we have right now.
Oh,
Rocky does manage to pick it up.
Here.
He traded. Oh boy. Okay, so everyone's ulting out. This is the end.
Alright, it's now or never.
Oop, good double shatter. 2 kills. That Lucio's going to be able to delay a bit with that ult, but I don't know if it's going to be enough here.
Uh oh, here comes the Bastion.
Yep, Bastion set up again. So the Reinhardt's trying to get into the back there, but... Oh, there's a Dragons coming in.
Huge Dragons.
Dabo Boy switched off that Pharah onto Hanzo, and it looks like that might be enough. Oh, charge onto the point. It's not over yet, folks. Here comes the Junkrat tire. Does get the Reinhardt. Just a couple of squishy bodies left.
So winnable for I need healing.
It's could go either way. No, I think Rebel Squad's slowly falling now.
Almost.
I think.
Almost. There you go.
There it is. Whew. That was an intense last fight.
Man, that was not easy for I need healing.
No, it was not. Rebel Squad decided to dig their heels in at the end there, and they put up one hell of a fight. Whew. Okay, so, one key switch that I completely missed up until the end there was Dabo Boy switching off of the Pharah and onto the Hanzo. Do we think that was one of the keys on kind of what broke the Rebel Squad's back?
Almost definitely.
So being able to, I mean, that is another tool you can use to rip apart a Bastion if the Reinhardt is off of the Bastion trying to protect the point and he's unguarded. I mean, Rocky Top was able to sneak around at the end there to blow him up, or Hanzo at range can do it too. So, okay. Alrighty then. So, Kat for Rebel Squad, what do you think we need to see here for them to make an effective attack?
I want to see more strategic planning. Like on that last point we saw Cole holding that upper left hallway, and then Ryan staying front, and then the Bastion staying in the back. So just communicating with each other and knowing where they're gonna be, and each holding down a strategic point. So more of that coordination between the teammates.
Definitely. And Godspace, I need healing. What is going to be their key to a successful defense as I'm watching Symmetra turrets go down?
I think it's just a matter of communicating target prioritization, because I saw a lot of it was one of the issues they had. They were really scattered out sometimes, and they weren't really coordinating with each other very well. That's probably why they didn't get a faster hold or faster push on attack.
I completely agree.
But
hello, is there a charge behind me? Oh, no, he charged up.
Yeah, and that charge is going to be an issue too if if they're not very smart about it.
Alright, so Rocky Top switched off of the Junkrat. Now Nifty Chipmunk is going to be on the Junkrat, and he switched onto Symmetra, which, as I commented about those turrets, I mean, that's not a common pick, and unfortunately those turrets aren't going to get anything, but Echo picks off Nifty Chipmunk as soon as I mention them. Caster Curse, and I apologize. Gonna get res, though, so...
Good res.
Volunteer Shield is almost down here. Gonna have to be careful with that. And there's Cole again, establishing dominance on the high ground there, trying to make sure those turrets stay cleaned up. Oop, and Dabo Boy now on the Zarya picks up Simply Awesome's Hanzo. I think Cole's going to be forced back here, or at least to his team, who are kind of going around on the side here. Oh, but they've been found out by the Ryan. Ryan's counter-charge each other. Hammer comes down, gets 3. Great shatter. but he gets picked off. Enough Surgeons from Rebel Squad to make it happen. 2 picks now. I think Rebel needs to push. Oof. So again, we're kind of trading back and forth a little bit here. Here comes a res, uninterrupted. Oh, there's so many squishies in that grab, but they couldn't capitalize.
Oh, man.
Oh, feels bad. Yep, and it looks like Rebel is taking it on this push. Volunteer just swinging it out, trying to get some ult charge. And Symmetra ult, I'm assuming that means that they're going to switch, because that was a very inopportune time to use the wall there.
I would agree, and I think you're going to see a switch too.
Well, and there he goes. So, okay, we get to listen to the joyful tunes of this very angry dude in the limo here. No switch. There it is. Okay, Rocky switches to a Reaper now. Ult economy right now is heavily in Rebel Squad's favor since they just took it without any ults as far as I'm aware, other than the... No, they might have used the slam, but that was about it. And as soon as I say it, lots of ults just getting fired left and right. No picks. Simply gets one just off of regular, and then... Okay, we're just ulting out for some reason here. Oh, good boom. Okay. Still going. There's still ults to burn.
Oh, man. Now no Zarya. Let's go, dude.
Oh, boy. That Zarya is boosted. Diva's probably going to get staggered pretty bad here. Oh.
That's a good stagger.
Yeah, it is. So, we do now have 2 ults for Rebel Squad that they've burned everything else. Cole switching over to Zarya now.
This is a point that's pretty easy to hold for defenders, so it'll be interesting to see what Rebel Squad's going to come up with to try and challenge that.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So do we like picks from both sides? Do we think that anything's out of place here from either of you guys?
I'm loving the Reaper on enemy healing.
Soldier ult coming in from Echo Beast. Oh, it picks off a Mercy. Good start.
Man.
And a Lucio ult as well, but Echo's going to die for it. Ults are getting fired back and forth again.
Oh my god, man. That's huge.
Yep. Dragons too, but I don't think they're going to get anything. But yeah, now that I have a second to think, I agree that the Reaper pick is going to be really important here. It's just absolutely ripping through Rebel Squad. Echo be switching over to Mei now. See if that survivability in the walls are going to be able to give him a little bit of benefit, or maybe give him a few extra inches here. Because I Need Healing has pushed the payload almost back to its starting point now. We're entering this first turn again. Ooh, barrier down is not a good way to start this fight for Rebel Squad.
So something that's caught my attention was that with I Need Healing's comp. Oh, that's
my god,
better.
that's a huge one. They need to capitalize on that.
I didn't think it was good. I didn't think I Need Healing's comp wasn't gonna work because of the Hanzo and the Soldier. But so far, they're holding it, man. They're doing really good on defense.
Something that I want to point out right now that's bugging me a little bit. Oh, that got 4, but way back there. Oop, got way back there, and Zarya caught off. After this fight kind of dies down a bit, something that I've noticed that it's kind of bugging me is that Rebel Squad has been good with their ults, but they are not timing them together. There's really bad staggering and disparity between them. Like, we saw a huge shatter, and I look over and realize that the Hanzo had used his ult already like a minute or 2 ago. And here comes more ults. I get what they were going for, but again, a little bit of disparity. Oh, Reaper ult is huge!
Whoa, dude.
That's a team wipe for I Need Healing. And that's how you combo ults. There you go, just what I was talking about.
I mean, it took 2 DPS ults, I suppose, but I mean, if you gotta do what you gotta do.
I mean, in here, it applies so much pressure to Rebel Squad. Okay, good, that's a great start. That is the best start that you could hope for right now as Rebel Squad. It applies a lot of pressure. Wow! Simply is suddenly popping off with the headshots here. They need to push this right now. Getting a team wipe right there puts so much pressure on... Oh. So both defensive ults, yep, as well as a nano boost.
Should back off here till their teammates join them.
Here we go, and ult after ult after ult. There was good layering of ults that time at least. other than the 2 healers getting used at the same time. But here we go. Rebel Squad has a lot of pressure because they have the entirety of the distance to cross in. At that point, it was like 40-odd seconds. So team wipe there is key, even if it means burning both of your DPS ults, I would say at least. Dragon's going into that hallway just to try and cut it off. No one's on the payload. Don't C9, guys! All right, team backing up. Reaper, whoa. Rocky Top was on it alone and immediately gets picked off with a headshot. So now I Need Healing is starting in a disadvantage. Hammer comes down, gets
shatter,
3.
dude. Holy shit. Oh,
that was
sorry,
gigantic. That could be enough. They need to get back. Zarya does manage to touch it. Dragons again. Simply has just been going nuts with all these dragons. And so teams are kind of, it looks like oh, that's, I think that's going to be the straw right there, I think.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, Cole is trying his damnedest, but that is going to do it. And we are going to give map number 1 over to team I Need Healing. Damn, that was intense.
Don't forget the survey.
We
can't forget the poll.
I'll mention it. I will. So Rocky Top with his Reaper gets play of the game here.
There it is.
Yeah, I want to see this in action here because, oh yeah, they aren't even looking.
They weren't
ready.
Oh
my god, he got the hex out of it, or the sextuple. With the spray. Oh, he knew with that sextuple. That was great placement and great teamwork by Team I Need Healing. Okay, so after that intense spot of nonsense, as my wonderful co-caster mentioned, those of you who are watching us right now, we have a poll running to see what map we're going to play on for the 3rd map of this particular match. So, those of you who are interested, which should be all of you, and want to vote, I don't have the desktop in front of me, but on mobile, right above the stream chat there is a Twitch with an A and a B bar, so a little poll bar. If you press that, it should bring you to the poll, which is what control map should we play for game number 3. So, go ahead and tap to pick. And yeah, that you guys are going to be the determining factor for our game 3 here. And I would definitely love to run more of these. So if there's enough of you guys voting, we're going to be inclined to do more polls and change more stuff so that you guys are involved. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So
I'm looking myself, and I don't see the A and B button above the stream.
So I do, and I actually just voted myself. So if you have it so that you can see the stream chat, there should be it should say stream chat, and to the right of it, at least for me, it says latest follows, and then there's Twitch in like a little A and a B bar. And I saw when I voted, it did show me the percentages, so some people at least are able to see it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have it right next to
Weird.
the stream chat. There's nothing, and then it says rooms, so...
Huh.
Very
Well,
interesting. Yeah.
So while I try and debunk this and figure out exactly what's going on, let's give a breakdown here. So Godspace, start with I Need Healing. What did they do right, and what do you think they need to change to keep this steamroll going?
Well, I'm actually going to start off with what they were doing wrong.
Okay.
And this kind of also goes out to a little bit to both teams. But I noticed, as we all noticed, both teams were just kind of throwing DPS ults out there, hoping that something would happen. And
yeah,
as you guys saw, nothing happened. Both teams absolutely got no value for most of the DPS ults they threw out there, and it just
we're just going.
For them. Okay.
Okay, so while we still have time to load here, so go ahead and finish up with your point there.
But I would just like to say that their Junkrat and Reaper were just carrying that team like absolutely hard. Junkrat almost always found his tire kills. Reaper managed to get that huge six double kill with a little help of the Junkrat, and it goes to show again. It goes right back to the Junkrat there. Like they were putting in a ton of work. They were taking advantage as much as they could with the ults that they managed to always find targets and getting the kills in.
Okay, cool. All right, and then Kat, quick breakdown. What did Rebel Squad do well, and what do you think they need to change to win on Junkertown?
I would say one of their wins was definitely their support line, keeping them alive, and Simply's DPS power. Like, he was getting snipes as Hanzo. And I thought that was a really great pick to recognize, hey, we have a Junkrat, and hey, we have a Reaper. Well, what's a good counter for them? The snipers. So, like, going to that to try and tackle that, but it's really difficult because that last map is a great Junkrat map.
Very true.
So we'll see if they take that into this map. Oh yeah, Simply's on the Hanzo, so we'll see how that goes.
Okay, and so just looking at the comps right now, it looks largely the same from what we had for Rebel Squad, but I Need Healing now is running, their tank line is Roadhog and an Orisa for attack, so looking to get on that payload and stick to it with a mobile shield. But we did have a switch. We do have, for Rebel Squad, we have Ty the Human in now on healer on Moira. So that was the only switch that I'm aware of. That I can see right now. Oh, and we're just... Oh, wait, no, and they have Stony Baroni now as their other healer. Oh, Nifty Chipmunk on Hanzo picks off Simply Awesome's Hanzo and wins that particular Hanzo off. Kills kind of going back and forth here, but again, largely in I Need Healing's favor. Good res, keeping Birchface alive. Okay, so after that little cluster luck. Alright, so again, steady progress. Rebel Squad is just kind of giving up a lot of free progress here. Good hook, does not quite pick off the Lucio, but I Need Healing is just getting tons of free progress. Now Rebel Squad is finally jumping onto it. Simply Awesome does pick off resting Birchface's Moira.
Oh, D.Va here is kind of overextending a little too hard.
Junkrat Tire coming in, gets no one. Alright, Simply Awesome just kind of ripping apart and kind of... Finally, Rebel Squad is planting their feet at the last leg here, saying no more progress.
I was getting a little bit worried for Cole there. He just dove in, had, you know, there was no one really close to him either, like, not that close just yet. And, I mean, I think he got pretty lucky there that he managed to escape. Normally, a team in the comp game would just focus down that D.Va and make sure to get her out of mech.
I would agree, yeah. Maybe getting away with a little bit extra. Ooh, and barrier pops again here for Dark Guardian. Gotta be careful with that, with barrier management. Ooh, and we have Roadhog ult is immediately gonna team-mech Cole after he remechs. Lucio ult goes down, does hit the entire team. Here, ooh, little bit of disparity. Good charge! That was a great charge from Dark Guardian, getting Orisa just off the edge without charging himself off. We have another Junkrat Tire now coming in. Gets two.
There it is.
Good ult from Rocky Top there. And now we're feeling...
Rocky's Junkrat
is
a treat to watch.
Is something, yeah.
Stagger that D.Va, there you go.
Oof.
He has no fear. He's just everywhere and anywhere at any given point.
Yeah, that was really fantastic push from Team I Need Healing. Just where the coordination, again, I feel like is a little bit stronger right now from I Need Healing. We're still seeing some ultimates kind of thrown out willy-nilly from both sides, but ultimately I Need Healing is definitely being the more coordinated of the two right now.
Almost
We'll
definitely.
see. So no switches from either side just yet. Yeah. Simply, though, is still getting picks here and there. Simply is really trying. Here comes the Junkrat Tire, gets picked off immediately. Good shot from Dabo Boy to stop it. Simply getting a pick. Oh, here comes a big bomb. Gets no one, though. Everyone got to cover.
That would have been a good bomb, man.
Everyone was
just a foot there.
It was close. So, although this feels back and forth, this is right now a stop for I Need Healing. Dragons goes down. They try and combo with the slam, but he does, once again, simply picks off Nifty Chipmunks, Hanzo. Dark Guardian get in there, getting aggressive, but we got kills going from both sides here. Ultimately, good shot.
Daisy needs to get out of there.
Rebel Squad has a really good Hanzo.
Cole gets the pick at the very end there with the Baby D.Va Blaster. So we get a good solid hold from Rebel Squad. Oh boy. So do we think that the comps are good here? Okay, now Volunteer switches off the Orisa onto a Reinhardt. Both teams, do we think either team needs to make a switch here since there's kind of a stall?
Let's see. Not really. I mean, I'm really like intrigued with I Need Healing's comp, man. Like at first it was the Orisa Hog. Like that's something I don't see that often, and it was working really well for them. And I mean, yeah, the Orisa could have still been good. Like I don't think they really needed to change. But I mean, let's see how well Reinhardt works for them at this point of the match.
Something I do want to call out there. Oh, go ahead, Kat. Go ahead.
I was going to say I would have liked Cole to have tried and just gotten out of there instead of trying to hold the point, because it was really just gonna give enemy ult charge there, and there's nothing he could have done.
I would agree with that. D.Va has the flight ability to make it happen. One thing I did want to note is Stony Baroni attempted to ult with Lucio there, and it did get stopped. So that means that Rebel Squad is going to be out of a Lucio ultimate for this next push. Already up to 24%, but that still hurts to not start with that. I hear a McCree, so Nifty Chipmunk switch off the Hanzo. Ult's going in. Coltrane does pick off one. Okay, oh, 2 for 2 right now. DPS and healer on both sides down.
I will note on Rebel Squad, if you get to that hog, they might want to consider running the Ana, and especially on this point with the elevation, you could get some value out of it. So, something to consider. Big anti is available.
Looking down at the chat really quick, Karnak, there's too much Rhine Shield being used for my liking, and you are not incorrect, but there have been a little bit of brawling here, and I do approve of occasionally shielding your team. So, seeing a lot of people saying that they did vote in the polls, which I will call to in the middle of the rounds. We're kind of in the middle of stuff. Alright, we have a Moira ult coming down now from I Need Healing. Right now isn't killing anybody. There's a... Oh, there is a Roadhog ult going as well. Gets Coltrane DMAC. Here comes a Junkrat tire, though, from above. Does not kill anybody, unfortunately. And, yeah, and then gets picked off. Charge coming in. Manages to get the Moira at the end. Feels bad. Oh. Yeah. Oh, Hammer gets 2.
Good slam.
McCree does get Ty off of the top of the payload there. So Cole kind of flying past. Just making his way downtown, hoping to get some stall here. Right now it's just a matter of bleeding out the clock for a Rebel Squad. Charge comes in and immediately dies. Lucio comes in. And, oh, simply gets a pick. Ooh, Dragon's right onto it. Maybe?
Wasn't enough, man.
Here comes a Reaper now from Echo Beast.
Oh, here comes the Hammy.
And the Hamster with the ultimate strategy of swinging around the payload. I think this might actually be a hold. Oh, that's a Hammer that's going to get 2 and 3. And that is going to lead to a bunch of picks. Yeah, they, Rebel Squad is losing track of Volunteer a lot. Oh, another denied Lucio ult.
That's unfortunate.
Something I'm noticing is that the Reinhardts, for whatever reason, seem to be ending up back-to-back a lot. And Rebel Squad really needs to watch where Volunteer is going, and then if he makes a weird charge and ends up being out alone, they need to be able to capitalize on that rather than just letting him ult from behind the team and essentially winning the point there.
When Ryan charges and whenever he manages to make a successful pin, a thing that your team can do to like coordinate with that is throw some damage towards the direction that the Reinhardt's charging. That way it'll make it a lot easier for your Reinhardt to secure that kill.
Yeah, absolutely. And so hopefully there'll be a little bit more tracking of the giant hammer wielding madman. That's what I'm kind of hoping to see from Rebel Squad. But Kat, what do you think that Rebel Squad needs right now to make this successful?
You alluded to it, well, he's not alluded to it, you definitely said it earlier, where they should be combining their ultimates a little better, like, you know, they're running the Rhine and the D.Va, like, do a Shatter Bomb, make them choose between, like, shielding in one way and...
Still there, Kat?
I'm here,
oh my god!
Now? I think I lagged out.
Oh, my ear. Anyway,
sorry, I think
it's
I lagged
okay.
Out for a minute.
Maybe.
Did you
Okay.
get
Scary.
I got the beginning, and then we just got like a really bad static interface.
I thought you were possessed or something.
I'm so sorry. Robot played this for me. Just more combining of ults. Like I said, do a Shatter Bomb. Make them pick between getting bombed or getting shattered, and then team wipe.
Guardian charging right in. I don't think he realized that there's a Bastion now. That's a dangerous place to be.
Let's go. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, Simply gets a pick on a Rocky. Simply running the Sombra now. That could be really good to shut down either the shield or the... Oh, I hear a Reaper. That is dead immediately. Still progress, though, for Rebel Squad. It's they're getting, I Need Healing's getting picks, but they aren't, oh, there goes a charge way back downtown, and
Whoa.
Volunteer picks off
Ty
Dark Guardian.
survived that hook. Ty should not have survived that hook, but she did.
Count your blessings. Oh, I heard a pin. Ooh, Daisy gets taken down by the Reinhardt charge. Alright, and then Sony
So
Baroni gets
I
killed.
strongly believe that the Sombra is going to work for Rebel Squad here. They have
Ryan's
the components to make it work.
And Coltrane picking off the, ooh. Reaper's been trying to get in there. Echo Beast Reaper's trying to get in and be disruptive for I Need Healing, but he gets found out and picked every time. Oop. And once again, Resting Birchface gets picked out from underneath the Reinhardt.
Oh, the best feels.
Yeah, that feels real bad. Sony Baroni trying to fly away to safety. Looks like they are going to be able to get out. Oh, but they get hooked! Great hook from Dabo Boy. No escape for you.
Rebel Squad's got a EMP bomb ready for this next fight.
Hopefully that is what they do and they combine it here. That would be fantastic.
I hope there's other teams in the chat watching and maybe taking notes. Like Rocky's Junkrat is definitely a threat. Simply's Hanzo.
Simply's Hanzo's been on point.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so what
That
can
Hanzo's
teams
nice.
do to counter these?
There it is!
These
Oh,
heroes
how
and
did
these-
that not kill anybody? It was
dude.
too high.
It was
That
way
was
too high,
beautiful.
yeah.
Alright, it looks like Rebel
Here comes
Squad, though,
Rocky
is getting some
Fire.
picks. Rocky kills one, kills Dark Guardian. Cole's going to get DMAC'd. Oh, that is so disappointing. That was perfectly executed, just a little too high, but ults are coming in. Both defensive ults used from Team I Need Healing. That Moira's alone gets picked off,
So
and
winnable.
that's going to be it.
Focus that Roadhog.
Here comes a
Uh-oh.
hammer.
That
I
was
mean,
a
that's
good
a
shatter.
great shatter, but gets pinned, and lots of ults getting expended again. And it ultimately just ends up
think
with
the-
more progress for Rebel Squad. Go ahead.
I think the Lucio ult and the Ryan ult neither were needed at that point. So
I completely agree
both
with
teams
you.
should be careful to with their ults.
Simply back on the Hanzo here now.
So about that EMP, that didn't work out for them. Even though they didn't manage to get much value out of that bomb, the team could have easily still just went up to those players that had low life and still, you know, focus
C9
them
guys.
down, pressure them, and kill them.
Yeah, I agree. But apparently through, we saw the Hanzo ultimate, which Simply got immediately, and they were able to force a lot of progress, and it looks like, oh, Simply's going to go down, but I think this could potentially just be it. Rebel Squad immediately shoving through for point 2 here. It looks like I Need Healing is willing to give it up. Oh, no, here they come. Now they're starting to trickle in. It's just a little bit of progress left. Sony Baroni gets the res on a Coltrane's Diva, but Diva's going to have to remech. And not a thing that's going to happen.
All right.
So,
Wow.
super close.
Great retake there.
Yeah, no kidding. So,
I Need
since
Healing's
we
been
have
showing some good defense.
Absolutely. We have a quick break, so those of you who are joining us, I'm not sure about the main site, but if you are on mobile, we are currently running a poll for what map we're going to play in game number 3, so the next game. So on Twitch right now, at least on the mobile app, right next to where it says Twitch stream, there should be a latest follows as well as a Twitch button with 2 little bars on it. If you click on that Twitch with the bars, you can vote for what map you'd like to see for the final game today. Anyway, back to the action. I hear a McCree now from Nifty Chipmunk. Do we think that's... Oh, and hold on. Diva Bomb going up. Nope, into the shield.
Let
So
that
now
shield
that...
charge.
Okay, and now we're going to get traded off with a Junkrat Tire and a Zarya ult.
Random grab.
Random grab does not get anyone. Tire does get Dark Guardian. Oh, be careful, Stony. You are in a dangerous place.
That grab must have been a misclick or something.
Maybe, yeah. Didn't really seem like anybody was there that they could take advantage.
We've all been there.
Yes,
on the wrong
yes we
end
have.
of a inopportune ultimate.
I'm a little bit iffy about this McCree though. Yeah, see?
Simply's Hanzo is just a next level Hanzo right now.
Yes, definitely.
It's going to be really hard to fight into that unless they have somebody who can either get in the face or out snipe them. Oh, and
there it is. Simply with that insane tracking.
Echo
dude.
trying to go in for the ult, gets killed immediately. And here comes everybody's ult again. A hammer gets 2, both the... Nope,
Big
not both
shatter.
healers, but does manage to kill Simply's Hanzo here. Alright, and we're going to go into a Lucio ult here. All right, they see Volunteer. They're actually actively trying to kill him this time.
Prioritize your kills,
Here
guys.
comes a grab, gets a couple squishies. Diva Bomb coming down. Gets no one.
Goes just a little bit like farther out.
Yep. And this feels like another good hold for I Need Healing. Yep.
Oh, there it is.
Ty was trapped, yeah. Oh boy. So here we go, now down to crunch time with 30 seconds left, and they're kind of on a hope, a prayer, and a shatter on Rebel Squad. Let's see what they can say. they're well beyond halfway there.
Wild guess, but I think Rocky's gonna get another tire before this map.
I would be inclined to agree with you.
Easy peasy.
There it is, up to 90, and he's just behind them, raining down some bombs. One or two. Oh, but he got hunted down. All right, so both TPS are down now for Team I Need Healing.
Dude.
Good charge from Volunteer, though. Is that going to be enough to stall it? And there's a pit counter.
Man.
Ooh, that feels bad. But now it gets one who's currently bubbled. They need to go in on that. They're playing cautiously. They're caught on the payload at least. Ooh, no res for you.
Oh man.
Comes a McCree.
Nice.
It's eaten by the Diva. Great play by Cole. They're off the point though. They need to stay on the point right now, and they weren't able to.
C9.
Yep, a little bit of a C9 there with the Mercy flying off, unfortunately. So another win from Team I Need Healing.
Oh man.
And Simply Awesome
There
getting this one here. Yep. With a quality Hanzo play.
Hit scan god, let's go.
I always love these ones that just start like so innocuously. Yep, there we go. I think he launched the dragons before that and got extra damage, which is why that had happened. But
how
yeah,
does anybody get a steady hand like that? Steady aim.
Same. But okay. All right, let's take a peek at our polls here. So right now, I'm gonna go ahead and run over to So you guys have until I can get to my computer to vote in the poll for the next map. We'll take a small break for me to very slowly walk my way over to my computer. So, if you are on mobile, right above all the chat, there are two buttons that say "Latest Follows" and it says Twitch with some bars. If you click on the bars, you should be able to vote in our poll. So. You have the next few seconds while I mosey over to my computer to turn it off. But in the meantime, while I'm getting this all sorted out and I tell Cole which map won, why don't you guys break down what we saw? This time let's start with Kat with Rebel Squad. What did you like and what do they need to change to win this next map?
I do like that they stuck with what seemed to work for them in anticipation of trying to fight off the enemy DPS. But I would like to see a lot more cohesiveness within your teammates and working together. So like, that last push, for example, like knowing someone had to stay on the payload and like where your teammates were and like how many were down, just that kind of awareness and calling out to each other what needed to be done.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So do you think there were any picks that they could change that would change this, or is it just kind of more of a coordination thing?
They might want to change it up and see how it goes. Like maybe try some dive and try and come at Rocky Top's Junkrat and eliminate him out of the picture. Get on the healers in the backline.
Okay. And so now the other side. So I Need Healing has been doing really well. Godspace, why are they winning both of these games? And kind of it got brought to the edge on both sides for Junkertown. What is I Need Healing doing really well, and what do they need to kind of seal this game up here?
Let's see. Well, the Reinhardt was just putting in a ton of work, man. Like. We were seeing some big arts, semi-big shatters from him. That was done really well. Junkrat, oh my god, that Junkrat was so good. Their hit scan was also really well. Like they were finding their targets and they were getting a ton of value this time compared to the past games that we've seen so far. Like they're getting a lot of value for what they're doing. And I'm not really seeing too much things that they're not doing right, because just because their defense has been really good and their pushes have been really well. It's like I can't really complain so much. I think they're doing all right.
Okay, cool. All right, so I have just informed Coltrane, and I'll let everybody else know. Lijiang Tower was the one that had won our poll. So I have informed Cole that Lijiang is indeed the one that we're going to be playing, and I have moseyed my way back to the TV just in time. So here we go, going into the, as far as I'm aware, final game of the evening onto Lijiang Tower. So right now we're hoping to see Rebel Squad. They have been putting I Need Healing through their paces. And it's just been a combination of the tank line and the healing for I Need Healing from what I've seen, because their DPS seem to be dying to Simply a lot.
I want to see some boops on this map. I want to see people going down into the sides of this map. And you know what? I asked Fiesta Bot earlier if Rocky was going to get booped, and, you know, it said no, but I don't believe that. I think Ty has it in her. She's going to get a boop in.
I want to go ahead and take a quick moment to curse at the boats, just out of habit. I'll sink all of you eventually. Anyway, boat cursing aside. Alright, let's see what we're going to get for the final game of the evening here. And here we go. Oh, I hope that Doomfist sticks. I hope both Doomfists stick. What?
Oh my gosh. Let's have some fun here.
And I hope that's what both teams are going to do here. Like, obviously you want to win, but I Need Healing took the first two, so right now I think is a good time to experiment for both teams, to kind of bring out those weird pocket picks to see if those are going to be what changes it here. What I do want to note from I Need Healing is they're just running one tank. They're running a 3-2-1 comp with 2 healers, so we'll see how that pans out for them versus a more traditional 2-2-2 over from Team Rebel Squad. Alright, of course the Farm Mercy coming in. Both teams are pretty quick to the point here, but Rebel Squad got there a little faster. Oh!
There's a first pick found.
Oh, and Rocky Top goes down as well.
Trading.
Oh, they brought Acting General in. I really need to start paying attention to these switches. Alright.
You were moseying around, as you said.
You got me. I was in the middle of a good mosey, so I couldn't check. Picks coming from both sides. There we go. I think that's going to kind of... Good sleep there. So Daisy now coming in
was not really contested there, and he got away with at least 3 picks that I saw, so great work by him, just like sitting in the back of the point and
he already has ult too. Yeah. So, and Daisy getting that sleep onto, I believe it was Echo's, Echo's Doomfist, and that's always cool to see midair.
Oh, there goes
Ult Train coming in hard. Here comes the Dabo by Zolt, though. It's not going to get anybody. Simply on McCree now getting some picks.
That was a good escape from Nifty Chipmunk. Man, I never really thought we would see Doodoo Fist on console with his nerfs and all.
Hey, you still see him every now and then. Uncle Fisty's always interesting to see, though. I do agree that it is a weird pocket pick, but you know, it could work. I mean, and in this point in particular, with there being walls everywhere, you have a pretty good chance of splattering somebody into one.
He's doing really well with finding picks, too.
Here we go. So, defensive ult used from both sides here. Alright, here we go. Ooh,
good
Rocky Top. There it is.
Rocky behind. They need to watch out for this guy behind.
Yep.
He's just everywhere.
Alright, oh no, that feels bad, Ty. Yep, there's Rocky just going to town right now as the Junkrat.
This comp's working really well for Need Healing. Surprisingly, 3 DPS, 1 main tank, and what is it, 2 healers?
Ooh.
At 87 now, this is it. We're down to the wire here.
Simply
I think I want to try this comp out.
It's pretty good. Pretty darn.
Yeah, I'm actually wanting to try this comp out.
Diva Bomb coming in. Does get the Mercy.
Oh man.
Ooh, good fan from Simply there. Here comes all the ult starting to come in now from Team Rebel Squad. Everything they've got is getting poured onto the point, and that looks like that's going to actually be enough. Quick take back from Rebel Squad. It took their ults, but they got there. I need healing.
Oh.
Well, they're gonna have offensive ults, I should say. Ooh.
Dang, McCree, chill, man.
That man has a family. Nifty Chipmunk gets picked and rezzed. So back on their feet here.
If you check out the ults, though, it looks like I need healing. If they do it right, one after the other, they can take this point back with the DPS ults.
So, and somebody did ask in the chat, ooh, I saw that rocket. This is a preseason game. Teams are just kind of calling each other out for scrims now, kind of flex a little bit and see what's working and what won't. I hear a Junkrat tire coming in from Rocky Top, and Dabo Boy getting the rockets in there.
That's half the team there.
Yep, this is going to be... oh, and Dabo is just still going to town. So Cole is trying... Oh, damn that window. Cole is trying and gets splattered. That
So much pocketing here.
feels like it, unfortunately.
Oh.
Yep. Oh boy, I missed something silly.
That punch was out of nowhere. That must have scared Simply. That's all I'm trying to say here. This is like... Oh
Simply
my
has
God,
a
rocket
family.
punch out
Come
of
on,
nowhere.
guys.
Rocket punch out of nowhere.
Jono's Rail is commenting that Simply is living his dreams by killing Rocky every second. Man, we're getting some salt from the chat from other teams here.
Oh, I want to see this. My phone died.
Oh Lord. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I'm kind of keeping an eye on it here and there. So now, yeah, now Simply has switched to Widow. So apparently they think that that's going to be the better pick here for picking people off. You do have that nice little ledge up at the top if you're uncontested.
This is a great map for Widow.
So once again, Rebel Squad quick to the point here, but I Need Healing isn't far behind him. Ryan's, there we go, Ryan's fight, battle! No shield, only swing!
Cole did challenge Rocky up, got him off that high point.
Good.
But
Yeah,
Rocky
Cole's been
is
really
still...
good at controlling that space. Ooh, Dabo picks off Acting General's
Yes.
Reinhardt, though. Volunteer takes out Ty, and it's starting to feel like we're getting a collab. Oh, that's a risky res. It does not go off.
Oh,
That'll
man.
just about do it.
I think it's time to switch off the D.Va, because, I mean, it just seems like Cole's just one-tricking D.Va, and it's just not working very well now.
Yeah. Cole is
There it
good
is.
at controlling
There it is.
the
I
space,
called
but...
it.
Oh, Lord. Yep. Oh, and Hammer goes down. Doesn't get anybody, but they do kill people in there regardless.
Hexic, I have a question for you.
Shoot.
Volunteer here on the Rhine, does he have a weak bloodline, or is he a man of stout heart?
Volunteer's bloodline is showing itself to be pretty strong here. I have respect for Volunteer's bloodline right now.
That's a huge
Look at
dead,
that.
my
Rocky
guy.
Top just for the insult. Just gonna kind of roll around at the speed of sound, hoping they spawn. Acting General sees it and just nopes out.
That was some rootin', tootin', pootin' shootin'.
Yeah, I think it started with they must have stunned out the Reinhardt shield or something. It went down and that was enough. But yeah, Volunteer has been doing excellently on the Reinhardt. A lot of good shatters and has a decent balance between keeping the shield up and brawling. This is Acting General's first game, so I don't really want to make too much comment on it. You can tell. Oh, and speaking of, hammer for hammer. But one definitely feels bigger than the other.
I Need Healing got more value out of that.
Definitely. So, and now I Need Healing is just forcing these poor guys back into their spawn.
That's sad.
It is quite unfortunate.
Echo was trying to challenge the left flank there, but Rocky had him pinned in, so it's going against each other for a little bit.
90%. I don't really think there's a way in here for Rebel Squad.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is over.
That's it for them, man.
I believe so, yep.
That's it.
That will do it. Hard fought victory from I Need Healing at the end there. Whew.
Great games to both teams.
Definitely.
And thank you to everyone for tuning in.
Play of the game.
Nifty Chipmunk
This
with
is
that
good.
McCree. Yeah, I do want to see this one in action, definitely.
Let's see that.
Oh, it's the Ryan. The
keep
Ryan
doing
was
the
dead.
play.
That's what it was. Okay. And then, yep. Great team
Large,
coordination of
dude.
ults there. Look at that. All right. So,
Good job, teams.
Team I Need Healing taking the clean 3-0 here. So,
3-0.
who wants to start with the analysis? Either one of you want to volunteer?
Go for it, Godspace. I'm volunteering
Okay.
you. Distribute.
All right,
am
so
I...
Godspace,
Who can
I Need Healing. They won 3-0 here. What were the big factors for them winning? Why were they unstoppable? And then what tips would you give for them in trying to improve and keep going with this dominant streak they've got here?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is that this team is very creative. That 3 DPS slash 1 main tank slash 2 supports comp was amazing. Something that I actually want to try myself now.
Okay.
This team has a lot of flexibility. Their DPS were carrying them hard. I would just like to emphasize that they were getting carried hard, and I mean, I can't. There's nothing about this team I don't like. Like they were doing a lot of things right, and it's just everything they were doing was just working for them. And if something wasn't working for them, they knew when to switch to counter whatever it was that Rebel Squad had.
Definitely. Okay. And then, are there any things that you could say, any tweaks or critiques for these guys to keep improving?
Let's see. Honestly, I think they should just keep doing what they're doing. It seems like
Sure.
that they have the coordination down. They have a lot of flexibility amongst their team members, and as long as you guys always remember to have a good positioning, be careful not to overextend with those Ryan charges, because I mean that some of those charges were a little questionable for my taste. And if it's for some reason your Reinhardt does charge in, just make sure to back him up, throw in some damage towards the direction that he's charging. Always make sure your tanks are being healed, because without your main tanks, without any of your tanks, your team will just be done for.
A lot of their fights did seem to be taking, because Simply on the other side was picking off Rocky and Nifty and really just taking apart the DPS line. Yeah, a lot of it did fall onto the tanks and the healers to just kind of keep it going for Team I Need Healing. So I completely agree with your assessment. Okay, and then on the other side, Cat. So Rebel Squad did lose 0-3 here. They, however, they really, I feel like, were putting I Need Healing through their paces. They weren't, other than up until that very last moment, the first 2 maps, they were really fighting for it, and they had a lot of really good moments amidst what actually happened there. So, Kat, what did you like, and then what advice would you give to improve Rebel Squad in the future?
I think they had, like you said, bright spots in each of their roles there. Like Cole is really popping on off tank, and knew when to switch to try and counter the other team. And the healers are doing a great job. I would say they need to manage their ults a little better. Realize when it's not needed and when to save it for the next fight.
Yeah.
And Simply was doing amazing on the Hanzo. It just wasn't working for them with their comp, so you have to try something new to make it work. A dive would have worked wonders, like getting rid of Rocky's Junkrat. So maybe that's something that they could work on and have up their sleeve if they when they run across I Need Healing again.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you. I feel like maybe some strategy exploration for Rebel Squad would be good for them, like you were saying, kind of taking up something, maybe trying something new, trying a 3-2-1 comp, or trying, I know I'm going to get flamed for it, but trying goats or something like that might work, because clearly they do have a strong tank line, and they also have, good healers and strong DPS. If they were to kind of run with dive as well, I think would work good for them because of how strong Cole is on off tank. So, yeah, I agree with you. Any closing thoughts from either of you guys for either team?
I would like to add one more thing about Rebel Squad.
Yeah, shoot.
If I had known that Cole could play Zarya, I think it would have been good of him to not only just play D.Va like for every map, but like just spice things up. Try the Zarya on certain maps because you never know if it could work for them or not. Like if you get hiked by Sombra, you still have your charge. If for some reason the enemy team's running like a fair or something, you can still throw grenades in the direction where she, barrages, or you could use your beam to maybe even get some damage in there. It's just, I mean, that's just for my tip for Cole. Practice tracking a little bit better and practice different heroes because I didn't see a lot of spice coming from that team, but like compared to like I Need Healing. And as for I Need Healing, I think I Need Healing also needs to practice their awareness in the game because there was that whole thing with the Rhine battle on Junkertown where they were back to back and they were kind of just swinging around, not finishing each other off.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. Is another kind of tooltip for both teams with watching where the big hammer boy is going. But Kat, anything else you'd like to add?
No, I'm good. Just great job, both teams. And this is, it makes you really look forward to what the league has to offer with, just a preseason match being so exciting.
Definitely. Yeah, and just as kind of a final plug, I know that Mr. Nation Most Wanted, I saw Vinyl as well, and just the Twitch, it's the Twitch channel itself posting it. But for those of you who have joined us who don't know who we are the Bronze Tacos Overwatch Discord. We are currently in our preseason for our internally ran league. We also run weekly scrims and other fun game modes and pickup games. So we are a non-toxic 18-plus Discord, and if you're interested in joining either our Discord or our Facebook page, right now I just saw Mr. Nation Most Wanted post links for both of them as well as other times during the chat, so feel free to check us out. All right, and thank you both to Dafat Cat Set as well as Mr. Godspace for joining me on this wonderful endeavor, and I hopefully will talk to everybody shortly.